The news finally came down, and Rashee Rice is going to be missing some time. Bad news for the Chiefs. What does it mean long term for Rashee, as well as the three-peat run? Let's break it down. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ryan. This is RGR Football. Ryan going rogue. That's it. And I'm going to give you my rogue opinion right here. We're going to just jump into it today. I had to throw out my normal breakdown plan because the news has come down. Surgery was done. Rashee Rice, it's an LCL, a lateral collateral ligament. You remember when it first happened, I told you the PCL or the LCL might be in play because of the angle. The LCL sits on the outside of the knee joint. And in that particular tackle, on the interception for Patrick Mahomes as it came through, it was a slight outward rotation that put the LCL in play. Luckily, this is not an ACL situation, which is by far the most important ligament within the knee joint for its stability. But the LCL did have to be repaired. It does look like, as we sit right now, early reports, this is not confirmed by any official means yet, but as we're getting reports, it is an LCL repair that looks like 8 to 12 weeks, which puts this outside the regular season. Now, that doesn't mean it's the end of all days for Rashee Rice, but it does mean his regular season is probably done for now. The question becomes, what can you do in the postseason? That's a rough road. If you have a really, really good and steady recovery, you could get back to the point where you finish out October, you finish out November, you get to December. You're talking 11 weeks from today is the end of December. It puts you right in that ballpark. The question becomes then, if you are fully rehabbed, have you been able to keep up your physical training enough via bike, via swim, whatever else you can do to keep your stamina up so that you're able to get back on the field? Because then there's that acclimation point that is going to take a little bit for him to be able to contribute on the field. It is not an easy process. So this puts him in jeopardy for being available, but maybe not able to participate in the postseason, which then puts the Chiefs in a tough spot there. Obviously, they've been able to make up for it so far in this season, and you hope that right about the same time you get Hollywood Brown back, that may be what it comes down to. But right now, today, Rashee Rice looks to be able to miss at least the regular season, if not the full season. I'd love to see him come on in the playoffs and be able to jump in there. Can't guarantee that. Now, the good news here, doesn't look like there's any meniscus damage. Does not appear, according to these reports, that either the PCL or the ACL were affected in any way. No cleanup required there. It is an LCL repair in its own. That is a good thing for the longevity of Rashee Rice and next season and the season after that, and so on and so forth. So that you have to take the positive with the negative that always comes with an injury like this. Download the free Autograph app right now. You can watch your favorite creators in Chiefs Kingdom like RGR on this app, listen to the podcast and read the articles, and get points for everything you do that lead to the big rewards. Download Autograph for free from our link below or use the code RGR. I am breathing a sigh of relief, to tell you the truth, because even if it had been an ACL, that's a good 8-9 months if you're on the front end of it, and that puts in jeopardy being prepared for next season. It also cuts down the longevity of your career. So for the Chiefs' investment and what likely looks like to be the top end for Rashee Rice and his future plans on this team, this is a positive note all the way around. Makes tough sledding right now, but you see with the way that their defense is playing, the way that they're able to run the ball and having other receivers step up, it certainly does mean that they are capable of adapting. You want to get Hollywood back as well. That looks like it's going to be a playoff run in addition. So what does that turn it to? Turns it to seeking other professional help. And by professional, I mean veteran. And so it twists and turns along the way, but this makes Amari Cooper a better target for the Chiefs, one that's more likely and one that I think they have to go pursue now. They may have had introductory talks. I don't know if it was a full court press yet. They've been very exhaustive in finding out all the information that they could about the situation with Rashee before we saw them do anything rash. And I think that was important. I think that was smart. I don't think Devontae Adams is ever going to be a Chief. Certainly not if he's currently a Raider. So I don't think that will ever happen inside this division. I just can't see it. Now, sometimes you'll see an interdivision trade if the teams really feel that there's value there. This ain't one of those divisions. I just can't see it happening. So you got to look outside. I don't think Nuke brings you anything. I think Hopkins is what he is, and I don't think there's any ceiling left or upside left. I do think Cooper can contribute. He would be the target that I would go after. It's not very mushy right there. There's one guy that I'm pursuing right now, unless there's something else beyond the scenes that hasn't been reported, a younger player possibly that could be on the trading block that you might go get. And again, I go back to what I've said in the preseason, in the offseason, prior to the draft. This is everything. This is all in. So whatever you got to do to get this three-peat, if that means it's not a fourth or a third, you got to give up a second, you got to go do that. Nobody's going to give you a top-tier wide receiver that you would get up a first for. Nobody wants to help the Chiefs that much, that's for sure. But if you got to give up a second, you got to go do it. Pull out all the stops. That's what this time is for. And I hope that Brett Veach is able to pull that trigger and get someone to cooperate. I'm sure he's exhausting all avenues to go try to do that. It's whether someone else will play ball and give him up an asset that they know will help this team go back to the Super Bowl and win it. You never know what's going to arrive sometimes. So maybe it's going to be a new wide receiver. That's where we are right now with Rashee Rice. We hope to hear from the team here tomorrow. We'll give you an update there. I'll have Matt Derrick on Locked On Chiefs coming up here in a little bit. But that's where it stands right this minute. Thanks for watching. I'll get back to my normal breakdown as we are on the bye week, and we're going to have some extra time to break down the film and the drives and the things that we like to do. So thanks for hanging in with me today when we're talking about Rashee Rice and the situation with his injury. One other note. I think what you've seen is a little bit of gadgetry to get Xavier Worthy going more. I think that's only going to step up. I think as he matures, he's going to do better in lining up outside, being able to attack the outside ball, run routes from the Z at least, maybe not the X, but the Z, and help that out in his maturation process. Much like with Rashee, the bye helps, and then it's how fast can you get up to speed, and I do think we're going to see him improve. Look for that on the backside of this injury announcement. Now, luckily, it's at the bye, so you have some time to evaluate talent. You'll probably bring in some free agents too. I don't see anybody making it. Could be a practice squad elevation as well, but really working on the trade, letting the players rest, and being able to attack it from a renewed standpoint. Juju's performance against the Saints really lit him up as a guy that can take up the slack. But it does require paying attention to Kelsey and having teams pay attention to Worthy. And so it's got to be a trio. If you lose any more talent here, you're looking a little bit rough. Justin Watson was not targeted against the Saints, and that says something as well. So build out the room. Make sure you have enough weapons and go try and get somebody. That's where we're at today. Dan will have film for you tomorrow. Gary will break it down on Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to do something fun and special. So make sure that you're with us. We appreciate you. Have a good day. And we'll drop anything else if any more news comes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.